Hey everybody, Brandon, Central Arkansas. We're going to do another organic grow. And what I've got here is hopefully the miracle mixture that'll help grow microgreens to the same level as my master blend nutrient. You may have seen some of my comparison grows where I did water versus master blend. I did kelp versus water, and I think I did a double kelp and trial as well. Well, this is a very clean OMRI listed mixture. It's got 3 ingredients in it, and I'll show you what they are right now. So the first and primary is nitrate of soda, or sodium nitrate. It's got 15 nitrogen, 2 I think is potash, and this is the same level of nitrogen almost as my master blend. It's just a different type of nitrogen. It's sodium of nitrate of soda, sodium nitrate. Get it there. Now here is what OMRI says about that. So that's our first ingredient. The second is C90, and I had this a long time ago. You can see how long by how old this container is here, but it came in a bag, like Ziploc type or food dehydrator, not food dehydrator, the kind that you vacuum seal bag type of bag. It was a dense, heavy duty bag. Anyway, I peeled it off real easy, and I put it in here. Let me see if I can show you what this looks like. Anyway, that's what that looks like. And C90 is a form of so-called ocean water minerals. And this is one of the types. C90 is probably the most popular. And really, it's got a lot of salt in it, a lot of sodium. Let's see if it says here, it's almost got no nutrients whatsoever. A little bit of potash. It's really hard to see at the other here. Let me look in the camera. Well, you can see it there. But a very teeny amount of potassium. But what it's supposed to have is a whole lot of very lengthy list of micronutrients. So we're going to give it a go. I think this grow would be just as well not doing this at all, using this at all. And the last ingredient, I put my bag of magnesium sulfate. It says calcium nitrate on there, but let me show you. It's magnesium sulfate is what's in here, or Epsom salt. That's what the little ES stands for. And Epsom salt is now OMRI listed for use. It used to be limited. I'll show you what it says here. So this is what we're going to do our grow on. So I've got my seed on there now. This is 50 grams of a brassica blend. I'm not doing a comparison this one. I'm going to compare it against previous grows that I've done of brassicas of different types. We're going to grow it just like all the other grows. I got a cover on there directly on the seed. I've got 4 pounds of weight on it, and I'm going to put a blackout dome. I'm going to treat it just like all the other grows. I'm going to only time I sprayed it with the basic antifungal just this one time. I'm not going to do it again. This has been a pretty sensational grow, and I'm so pleased with it. If you look here at this one, this was the broccoli mix. It's not really broccoli mix, it's a brassica mix. It's got several different kinds, and you're watching the videos, so you know I've probably said it before, but for me it's been days, many days, so I'm not sure what I've said before. But anyway, this is a brassica mix. Now this is the same brassica mix, but it also has fenugreek in it, and this is my smoothie grow, second grow, and so it's got fenugreek and all the different brassicas also growing at the same time. Now this one is 2 days older than this one, and so it does look better, but it's also 2 days older. So what I'm saying by this is a very good stage, and it looks like it's growing at, you know, almost, if not exactly the same. And this is organic, and this is the master blend mix. So I'm very, very pleased, very pleased. And also, look at the roots. The water, the reservoir is absolutely clear. The roots are pristine, no mess, just fantastic all the way around. Alright, it's harvest day, and these micros are gorgeous. I think these are the best broccoli micros I've seen yet, and it's using the organic solution, which is pretty cool. Also, I wanted you to look at this. Look how crystal clean the reservoir is. It's crazy. I mean, it's gorgeously clean. Alright, let me harvest them. Alright, I've got them in here in the grow room, and I'm going to harvest them like I do outside for a lot of my videos, except I'm not going to videotape it. I'm just going to harvest them. I put them in here, and we'll do away. If you want to see how I harvest them normally, I've got 2 or 3 different methods, and they're in most of the videos that I've done in the past. So let's harvest these, and we'll get a weight on it. Alright, I have my camera set up on a makeshift tripod because I didn't bring it out because I wasn't going to film this part, but I wanted to show you something I'm doing a little differently. Normally I take the screen, let me make sure you're in the camera here, and I pull it out of the tray like that, and you can see the roots are exposed, and then I'll take, while it's still attached, with the scissors, and I'll cut it like this, and then I'll take that bit that's cut and put it in the basket. Well, you have to be careful because sometimes you'll pull out micros that haven't been cut yet next to it, and you'll get some roots. So I really like the idea of the peas and the sunflowers where you go directly in the tray, and how I cut the roots off of the back side. And then what I'll do is I'll grab a section of them like so, peas and sunflowers, and you'll see I have it. Make sure you're in the camera here because I'm on a tripod. And then what I'll do is I'll just cut the excess off, and you'll see there's some seeds there. Well, I can take and tap the bottom of these like so, and it gets rid of a lot of those seeds. Sometimes there's a little extra roots in there, And this does a lot better job, and I can get a whole, this wasn't a good example, got some extras here, but I can get a whole lot of them and basically get the majority of seeds out. And with the sunflowers and peas, I shake them like this, and that also gets that. And you can also turn it around and shake it like this some, and that gets basically a pretty clean product. I don't know if you can see, I hope you were able to see that. Went to a lot of trouble to show you. So let me do it again. Just kind of refigure this camera. So I'm going to grab some and pull them directly out of the screen. And you can see we got a chunk of micros there. It's a good bit. All the roots are here. I'm going to make sure you're in this time. And I'm going to cut it like so. And then I'm going to take the scissors and tap it. Now I can also shake it and grab the bunch from the other end and shake it, and then I've got a bunch of micros that are really, really clean. So that's what I did for this harvest anyway. Alright, we've got these really gorgeous microgreens here. I can even fluff them up a little bit for you, make them look like there's more to it. Anyway, we're going to weigh like we always do. We're going to turn the scale on, put a glass on. This is just so the microgreens are elevated so we can read this. I've got an empty tub or container that matches that container exactly. And I'm going to put that on there, and then we're going to zero out. And why we're doing this is because when I put this tub on there, it's just the microgreens weight, nothing else. So let's put that on there. We're on ounces. We'll start with ounces. 19.95 ounces, 1.25 pounds, 1.248, which is basically 1.25, 565 grams. That is a really good weight. I am really impressed with this organic grow. So that answers the question, can you grow organic and get the same outstanding results, the same high weight, the same quality of microgreens by using organic fertilizers, and especially organic fertilizers that are not messy? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. This is Brent, you guys. We'll see you later.